So business plan, let's spend a couple of minutes talking about some of the details, not some of the specifics, but some of the details of a business plan. Okay, business plans tell a potential investor, tell a potential employee, tell that business person you're going to hire where you're going. All right, the business person you're going to hire will help you revise the business plan so that it's ready to go for your IPO, so it's ready to go for the investment banks, so it's ready to go for other employees or other consultants. But you're going to have to do the job first of writing an initial business plan. So what should the business plan have? Well, first of all, you need to explain your idea. And you need to explain why your idea will be profitable. You need to explain what the technology is and what the market is that your idea or your product fits into, and you need to go do a good job of it. Okay, you just can't say, well, I have a cure for the common cold, and everybody knows that everybody has a common cold from time to time, and I've got a cure for it, so we're going to make millions of bucks. That won't work. You have to explain the details. Okay, so you have to explain your idea. That's number one. Number two, you need to explain the various steps you're going to take in moving the idea from being in your head to out on the table. What are these steps going to be? Okay, that's the second thing. Number three, what you need to explain is how much is it going to cost for each of these steps. Number four, you need to explain how you're going to come up with the money for each of these steps. Okay. Number five, you need to explain what kind of leadership you need for the company. As I said earlier, you're the entrepreneur. You're most likely not the business person. You need to explain what kind of people you need for your company. Number six is you need to explain the direction you want the business to take. And I think in a business plan, you ought to have a section about how you will address problems. Problems in finance, problems in legal aspects, and problems where your product has a problem, where it's failing. Now, that's not something that you'll find in most advice books about business plans, but I think you need to say something about that. So, you need to decide, are you going to incorporate? Are you going to create an ordinary corporation? What about the stock? Are you going to be a closed corporation, or are you going to offer stock only to your employees? Typically, in this situation, the idea is in a startup company, you've incorporated, you are a closed corporation, you have stock, but it is closed stock. In other words, you've given 40% to the venture capitalist, you have 20%, you've given 10% to your business person, you've given 10% to your product developer, all right, so, and that's 100% of the closed corporation stock. The idea is that at some point, as your startup company progresses and the proof of concept happens, you begin to manufacture the product, and the product makes a profit, then you can do the IPO. That is the golden ring. That is the golden ring. That's what you've been looking for. That's what the venture capitalist is looking for. That's what the bankers have been looking for. That's what your business person, that's what she's been looking for. That's what your product developer is looking for, is that initial IPO, initial public offering. Because what does it mean? You need to put together this very large document that explains who you are, what the product is, what the profitability of the product is, and all the consultants that you've been using will provide their 2 cents worth in this document. It's the initial public offering. You hire an investment company, a bank like Goldman Sachs, to make the proposal to the general stock market, and they buy stock. So say the initial offering is $10 a share, and you wind up selling 10 million shares. Well, that's $100 million all of a sudden that you have as money. And of course, what happens is the closed corporation stock then is sold into this public offering, and so your your initial investors, the venture capitalists, your business people that took the high risk, they get a percentage of the $100 million that's coming in. So that's the golden ring.